everyone, welcome to Makeup Monday. Today we are going to be talking about 4 different face masks. I have just finished washing my face, so that's why it's red and irritated and you can see every spot that I have. Please know that I'm aware of them. Thanks. Here we are. First one is the Alba Botanica Fast Fix Sheet Mask with coconut water. Now this is a hydrating sheet mask. It has chamomile, cucumber, and of course coconut water in it. And despite what this may look like, it is a white sheet mask. Very soft. Alba Botanica has very nice masks. I've rave and repeatedly buy their anti-pollution mask, but this one is just what it says it is. It's a fast fix for hydration. It's wintertime all over. And in January, your skin is dry. Even if you tend to be a little bit more oily, winter might be a great time for you if you're super oily, but for most of us, our skin needs a little hydration and a little help. This is just what you need for a fast fix. You wake up one morning, and this is a really quick mask. You only need to have it on there for a few minutes, which is great. It says 5 to 10 minutes, so one, typical sheet mask, and it's very, very nice. It's inexpensive. It's $2.50 at most drugstores that sell it. No animal testing, no chemicals like typical fragrances and all that. And what is this? You don't want the that one. I don't know how to say it. And parabens. So this is typical face mask. I rambled on about it for too long already, but that was the quick one. And right now, the mask I'm going to put on is this. Oh, this is the bad boy. This is the ultimate mask. This is intense. If you have super sensitive skin, you might want to avoid this one. This is the Pure Detox Mud Sheet Mask. Now that might sound weird. A mud mask that is simultaneously a sheet mask. I was very confused by that, but also very intrigued. So I grabbed it. $2.50. It's from Sway. Love all of their sheet masks. I've never had any problems with them. It's the Korean brand. Korean Skincare is rocking it. And this has, I don't care how to pronounce things, okay? This has Kaolin clay in it. And this is a long mask. This is not something you can throw on quickly. Most sheet masks, you see sheet mask and you think, oh, this is, 5 to 15 minutes, something really quick. This is not that. This mask requires 30 to 40 minutes. This is most Netflix shows length of time that you need to leave this on. And I've had this 2 other times before, so this is not a first impressions by any means. And I keep buying it because I keep liking it. For people who wear makeup heavily, if you are in the theater, if you are a person who does haunted houses, or just a makeup enthusiast, when you have a lot of makeup and stuff put on your face, you know that feeling that you get when you want, washing your face just doesn't seem like enough. You want to pull your face off. You want a mask that removes your face. That is this mask. The time that it takes to wear it is worth it. Now, this is a very interesting mask because, as it says, it's a sheet mask, but it's a mud mask. It's a no mess mud mask. So there's no squeezing. It contains one sheet mask that you use once, and it has charcoal in it, so that's where it gets the pore refining and detox stuff from. Let's get into it, shall we? So open it like a typical mud mask. Now the fun thing about this, and which I wish more sheet masks would do in general, is that it does not come in one piece. It actually comes in 2 separate halves. So this is what it looks like when you pull it out of the pack. And so there is the sheet mask, and the clay and the mud part of the mask is actually infused into the cloth of the sheet mask. And as I said, there are 2 different sides. So this is the mouth and this is the eye. This is so nice so that you don't have to choose between being able to use your mouth and being able to see. Because sometimes when it's just one sheet mask, you sit there and you pulling things all over the place and it doesn't reach the bottom of your chin, or it doesn't get all of your forehead. This solves the problem. Cutting it in half solves the problem. Now, before I put this on, because I'm not going to be able to talk for a while afterwards, I will be inserting clips of the other 2 masks, so I'm going to just stop right there for a second. The Freeman Feeling Beautiful Monaco Honey and Tea Tree Oil Clay Mask, the complete opposite of this mask. Not only is it a clay mask, but this is one that you leave for 3 to 5 minutes. This can even be used as a cleanser, and it is super nice feeling. This is my new one, and I will show you the clip of that and the Sephora Rose Mask. This is the sleeping mask, and it's the pink one, and so I will be going over my details of that. I have done a review of the Acne Tea Tree Sleeping Mask, which I also really love. And we're going to go ahead and dive into this now that I've gotten those 2 out of the way. So once I get this on and I explain stuff there, so this happens. I'll be inserting the clips from the other 2, and then I'll come back when this is finished. So this, very, very sticky. And you want to be really careful because this will stick to itself. And you stick it on however you need to stick it on. This is a terrifying mask, by the way. You will scare people. I look like generic Batman. Woo! Boy. Oh dear me gosh. So this is extremely sticky, as I said. Once it gets on your skin, you are stuck with this on your skin. So, you only have a couple minutes to do any adjusting that you need. But as you can see, I can get the eyes, and this is a really big nose piece, which for someone like me who has a larger nose, thank you. Because otherwise I feel like half of it just ends at the tip of my nose. The only problem is, don't have that over the nostril. Oh boy. Let me fix that. Because getting it too far around your nostrils, that hurts. Because this becomes like cement. After about you're halfway through, 20 minutes into this mask, it becomes so hard like cement and you can't move anything. You will have no expression. If you ever wanted to know what it was like to have Botox without actually having to get stuck with the needles, this is the way to go about that. So as you can, sticking to itself. Let's see. There we go. Got that on there. All right. And pull that down just a little bit so it's good on my chin. Got that right there. Very nice. So as you can see, it does feel like a clay mask. It has this little bit of stickiness. It says mess free. I do recommend rinsing off your hands though. But it has the convenience of a sheet mask, sort of. You have to wait like a clay mask, or even longer, because most of my clay masks are 20 minutes. This is double that time. And so it's gray. It has that charcoal-ness to it. And here are those other clips, and I will see you in about 40 minutes. Well, won't be that long for you, but go on, watch the clips. Today's mask, or tonight's mask, when I combine all of these, this is the Sephora Rose Sleeping Mask. It has a slight pink tint, and it comes in the pink coloring. Like most things, I have it on now, and once you put it on your skin, as you can see, there is no tint or coloring to your skin. It is a little bit tacky in areas where I put it on a little more heavily, but it does feel very moisturizing. If you dislike or hate the scent of rose, this isn't too bad. It has a slight hint of it, but it's once you get it on your skin, I can't smell it very well. If you are particularly sensitive, then you might want to steer clear if rose is a problem for you. But this is a sleeping mask. You're supposed to wear it overnight. This is supposed to provide instant hydration. It feels very moisturizing, very intensely rich. So that already is happening with it on my skin. And this is also, gives an immediate radiance boost and plump skin with intense moisture. And for hydrated, luminous, brighter skin. That's what this particular mask is supposed to be good for. And so I'll see you. All right, good morning. And I just wiped off my face mask and my skin is so soft and moisturized. It's really, really cold. And for my skin to feel, because I have very dry skin and it gets even more dry in the wintertime, this is so moisturized. I didn't put on any other moisturizer or anything yesterday. I just put on the rose face mask from Sephora, and oh my gosh, the light might be changing this, but in real life, my skin does look a little bit more radiant, and it looks a little bit more plump, especially around my eyes and around my forehead area. So I'm really pleased with that mask. For only $4, I'm really happy with that. So yeah. The Freeman Feeling Beautiful Deep Clearing Manuka Honey and Tea Tree Oil Clay and Cleanser. This is for instantly cleaning pores and absorbing oil for oily breakout skin. Dual action mask. I like it so much, I already replaced it. And that is what I have on now. And this is the most luxurious feeling mask. It feels like silk going onto your skin. It feels very creamy. It feels like a very high-end mask. Very soothing, very nice to put on. Has a lovely smell. It's not intense, and you only need to have it on for 3 to 5 minutes. So it can be used as a cleanser. It's a fast morning mask. If you're a person who's always in the rush, this is a perfect way to get a mask in without having to wait 20 or 30 minutes. But it does feel nice, it smells nice, and it really does do such a good job of giving you that long, deep clay mask pull without the time. Those people who just lives in face masks. All right, we're about at the halfway point. It's really hard to talk. But as you can see, where it's darker and where it's lighter is where, like, this is still a little bit flexible, malleable, and sticky. Where it's a little darker, it's more ceramic and paper mache-like. And talking is very difficult. The chin and the forehead, as you can see, dry the fastest. The nose is getting there. And then the cheek area has quite a bit, and temple area are still catching up. As I said, I think I'm in the 20-minute mark, so I'm about halfway there. And I will be back with you for the removal and stuff. It's moments like these when you start realizing just how ungrateful you've been about your facial nerves working. Again, like I said, if you ever want to know what Botox could potentially feel like, it feels like cement on your face. And this looks like cement on your face. Alright, so first of all, I have some tips for getting this off. Start moving some of your muscles. Start like lifting your eyebrows, making all kinds of weird faces. Okay, there we go. Chin is free. This area, having your mandibles and your buccinator area free, that's where all the talking takes place. Here we go. Oh, now we got to get this off. Oh, this is a thing. All right. Fun. So again, this is the cool thing about this mask, is that it claims to be a clay mask without all the mess. There's a little bit of residue that gets left in some areas, but you don't have to, it's not like your normal thing. It does get stuck, the mask gets stuck like this. Isn't that kind of funny? And also after the 40-minute mark, the areas that overlap over the cheek area, those are still going to be a little bit wet, so don't freak out about that area, the overlap area still not being as hardened as, say, your forehead area. Perfectly normal. And this goes over your eyebrows. But you will notice no eyebrow removal. So you might be concerned, or it's by your hairline over here, you might be concerned about pulling something that feels like cement on your face by your hairs off. But that's perfectly okay, I assure you. And oh my gosh, my face feels so clean. You have this instant pore-free feeling. Something else, just like with a regular clay mask, if you don't, I look silly. If you don't clay mask very often, or it's your first time doing it, don't do it 3 to 4 days before an event, okay? If your prom's coming up and you don't normally face mask, do not intense clay mask a couple days or 3 days before, because that's when your pores start to happen. If you don't know what I'm talking about, so this is your pore, okay? This is your pore. When there's stuff in it, it gets huge. What a face mask does is pull it out. So now you have a giant pore and everything comes to the surface. But once everything's pulled up, as you do your normal face washing, it will clear away. But this feels so nice. I know it's a long time, but when you're doing, this is perfect for when you want to have a long, luxurious, bubble bath while you're reading a book with a glass of whatever you put next to your bath. This is nice. When you need your face pulled off, you've been wearing a lot of heavy makeup, you've had to reapply for whatever reason, or if you're just like, want to do something about it, this is wonderful. It does take a lot of time, but it's easy to apply. You don't have to constantly get your fingers cleaned, and it's not super painful. If you do all the little weird face movements before you take this off, actually pulling it off, as you've seen, is a really quick and relatively painless process. There is a slight pull, but it's not like some terrible peel masks that I've had in the past. So I know this was a little bit longer a video because of the face mask things, but tell me if you have any success with these face masks, if there's any face masks you suggest that I use, and I will see you all for FCA Friday and the next Makeup Monday.